Today, I am drawing airlines from around the world until we have them all. Today's location is Iceland. Now, I know technically Iceland is not considered to have many airlines at all, but there is some of them included. And I'm going to include one that's defunct, actually two that are defunct, one that's still active, its cargo competitor, and possibly their aircraft that they have in their fleet. So let's go do it. Let's start off with Icelandair. Yep, Icelandair. Let's start off with Icelandair. So we're going to use this color to represent it. Icelandair. Alright, now it's time for their aircraft. For their aircraft, I'm going to say Boeing 757s, B757s, Boeing 737s, the MAX variant, and Airbus A320 Neo. Alright, there we go. We got I'm pretty sure all of Iceland's airline, Icelandair. Anyways, now let's go on to the airlines that are basically, or actually I'm going to include its cargo variant. It's cargo variant Icelandair Cargo. Let's include the small little X. I'm pretty sure it's blue. And I might as well include the colors for Icelandair's planes. Bruh, why did I include that little S? And yeah, you might be wondering, why did I go to Iceland instead? Well, basically, I had to think of every Asian airline that I could possibly think of. Or I can just straight up just upload the newer one, another video after this one, which is basically going to be Asia. Alright, we got Icelandair Cargo. I do not know its fleet though. It's probably the same thing as like Iceland, but instead of Airbus, A320 and 737 Max, it's probably going to be those two airlines. Probably going to make a short where I fill out Icelandair Cargo's fleet. Anyways, let's go on to Play Airlines, and then finish it off the video. Alright, for Play, it's going to be down here. Play Airlines. Alright, now recently this airline really just shut down, and I feel kind of bad for those people who had spent like $200 on Icelandair. And for their aircraft, I want to say the A320 and A321. There we go. We got Play Airlines with A320 and A321. And then lastly, we got Wow Air. Oh my gosh, like this airline just literally screams low cost. To me, personally. Wow Air. Wow Air. Now, during their reign, Wow Air is basically like one of the only Iceland low-cost airlines that probably operate the A350, A330. So we're gonna say A330. I'm pretty sure they operate the A320s and A330s. So let's include the A320 next to it. Alright, now let's go ahead and peek into Asia. Actually, let's go also include, let's go ahead and include Iceland and Australia. So let's go on to Australia's carrier, Qantas. For Qantas, I'm just straight up going to use these two colors here. I want to see if I can try drawing the logo. Qantas. And then for their aircraft, I'm going to say the A380. I mean, come on, we gotta give them respect for the A380. Then for the logo, it's just a kangaroo, right? That kind of looks like a kangaroo, I guess. I don't think so. I'm not good at drawing like the logos. So let's just say that is like, get out of there. Okay, we got Qantas. Alright, let's go on to Jetstar. For Jetstar, I'm going to be using silver. Let's see, do I have silver? And then for the word jets, I'm going to use jets. Wait, I think it's black. Bro, what am I thinking? What on earth am I even thinking? Alright. Actually, let's use the thick boy to, like, get rid of that little J. Bruh. Well, he's gone. Oh, wait, I have an idea. I have a trick up my sleeve. There we go. Fixed it. Using tape. Now I think they have a little star on their planes. It's pretty much the Australia variant, but Japan has a Jetstar version as well. So we got Jetstar, and for their aircraft, it's going to be A320. Oh yeah, which leads me to thinking of another airline that I'm going to add to my European map. And that airline is... Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. Yep, we're adding Jet2. We finally got Jet2. I finally remembered that Jet2 existed. And also, let's see. Yep, we're adding Jet2. And for their aircraft, it's the A320. And of course, the Boeing 757. Like, come on, you gotta give them some respect. We gotta give them some respect for operating the Boeing 757. Alright, back to Australia, the land of the upside down. Alright, anyways, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be all the airlines that we're gonna put onto this one. And then okay, so now I'm gonna put it right about here. Alright, so let me get the tape. Alright, let's put them on. Also, while I'm putting on the tape, I'm going to talk to you about Shadows, Darkness, Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadows, Darkness, Shadow the Hedgehog is my music playlist that I developed in 2025, and we are sitting at 1940 views. and we are only missing 65 people. So I really want to establish a Guinness World Record for the most amount of people clicking play on Shadow's Darkness Shadow the Hedgehog, and our goal is 65 people to click play and never stop. So if we manage to get that amount of people to do that, then all of them Shadow the Hedgehog, fake Shadow the Hedgehog playlists will fall. And that's the reason why I make it. Alright, here's the finished one. I'm going to be putting it right here. Yeah, my plan is just to literally fill up this entire wall with airlines. Alright, there we go. We got some newer airlines added. We got Jet2, Icelandair, and Icelandair Cargo, Wow Air, Play Airlines, Qantas, and Jetstar. Alright, so now let's go through them all in order like we usually do. Spirit, Delta, American, United, Frontier, JSX, Sun Country, Allegiant, Southwest, Alaska X Hawaiian, JetBlue, Virgin America, Boeing, Breeze, Delta Connection, American Eagle, United Express, US Airways. Please bring that back, that airline. PSA, TWA, Atlas Air, Avelo, Pan American World Airways, Northwest Airlines, Alaska Horizon, FedEx, UPS, Prime Air, Egypt Air, Ethiopian Airlines, GOL Airlines, GOL, Aerosucre, Etihad Airways, Emirates, Qatar Airways, LOT Polish Airlines, Saudia Airlines, Iran Air, Lufthansa, Air France, British Airways, Aer Lingus, KLM, EasyJet, Ryanair, Wizz Air, Germanwings, ITA Airways, Jet2, Airbus, Iceland Air and Iceland Air Cargo, Wow Air, Play Airlines, Qantas, and Jetstar. Whew, 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 whew. Man, that's a lot. That's like a ton of airlines. I'm going to bed. Good night.